I'm so excited for this. Make sure it's all set up correctly. Yeah, seems alright. Cool. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm so excited to play this. How are we, guys? Lucy, Snackman, how are we doing tonight? Or this morning, as I should say for you guys. God damn it. Hang on. Is it your lighting? Your skin looks a funny color. It probably is my lighting, actually. Hang on. We'll suss this out too. Okay. It's vacations. Good, man. Good. Bend the knee. What's up, dude? Yeah, I don't know if I could do much about the lighting. It's a bit dark. I've got some light bulbs out. Alright. I think we're almost ready. Let's do it. Oh, I'm excited. I am excited. The Wanderer went for the retro look today. I sure did. I mean, this game is set in the 70s, after all. Alright, here we are. Here we are. Let me know if the game sounds a bit too loud over my voice as well. I see you playing Dead by Daylight down there, Snackman.
After having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
So we're Carl, the PI. So we can look around. We have to drive this car now. Well, this ute anyway, the pickup truck. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm down as well later on, for sure. That might be cool. No trains coming? Alright, let's go.
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
It's a bit quiet, is it? Alright, I'll fix that in 1 sec. Is the game quiet or my voice quiet? Whoa, I'm off the road.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
What a great custom that is. Can you inspect the table? That's a good point. How often does a road need to be closed to require 2 picnic tables at its gate? It's the game talking that's quiet. Alright. Give me 1 sec, I'll fix this up for us. So we'll turn that up, and we'll turn this down. Turn that up, turn this down. Alright, let me know how that goes. See ourselves here.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed
Is that meant to
here
be
in
a
the
riddle?
back of Beyond?
Could be.
That would,
If this was
however,
the
be a
11th hour,
mystery
it probably
for
would
another
be.
day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it.
Alright, yeah, we've been here for about 2 seconds. That's long enough. It's time to break this lock. Can I use that rock? No, I can't. Let's suss this out. Oh, can I call someone?
Hamilton no doubt knew who managed the barrier. Carl wanted to give him a call, but that would have been too easy though.
Wow.
As sure enough, the line was acting up.
The game even flat out says that would be too easy. Is it meant to be pixely? I think it is. It's like a weird filter. Maybe I can turn the filter off. Let's have a look. Depth of field. Is it grain effect? Let's turn that off. Okay. That's better. Alright, let's look at that. Manistan. It will be good. Northern Quebec and its inexhaustible resources. The province of Quebec sits on an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources. Why not take advantage of this? Our valuable minerals could travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. Get involved and invest now. Quebec's economic might will be awakened. That's better? That's good. Is the sound better? At the heart of the wilderness, the north is swarming with wolves, Caribbean bears, partridges, foxes, snowy owls, and hordes of other majestic creatures that are every bit the equals of Africa's wildlife. We are the Africa of America. Come discover the north and experience the genuine white jungle. Okay. The county of Manistan and its people wish to see you very soon. Alright. Close the door after me. It's okay. Just okay. Should I be a bit softer? Am I too loud? I love how it auto saves after opening the bin, as if something could be inside. We have one empty bottle. Okay, that's not creepy at all. Okay, let's have a look at this fire watchtower. It's fine, awesome. That's what we want. Okay. We've got some matches and bolt cutters. That'll do the job. Sprint over. Man, that engine's loud. Okay, let's cut this.
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store.
Have you got Until Dawn? I do. I love that game. Love that game. Loved every minute of that. I just don't have a way to stream from my PlayStation at the moment. Which I wouldn't mind doing actually, because I want to get Dreamfall chapters for PS4.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
Should keep my eye on the road.
The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And
Well,
those
the masks are all on the
needed
road
him
up here.
enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought.
How far do we need to drive in this game? There's a bit of driving. Whoa! Whoop. Whoops. How far do we need to drive in this game? There's a... I did. I took my eyes off the road. Alright, a few hours later. There's a bit of driving in this game. The map is kind of big, plus the cold and everything, because as you can see in the top corner there's some survival
elements. The cold and
elements.
the pain required urgent care.
Oof, oof. At least the engine's still running. Oh. Oh, that would be cold. Oh yeah, this. Oh, I'm so G'd for this. Okay. Alright, let's check on the other people. Hello?
The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
Okay, and we have a journal in this game as well.
Ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
So, as we get little story elements, it's like Outlast a little bit, but it's not as scary as Outlast. It's more mysterious. So, Hamilton, so this is who we were, this is who the narrator
Carl wondered
was.
how long he would have to
Actually,
endure this
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get out of the
cold.
cold before we look at the journal a bit longer because we could die. Okay.
It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H.
William Hamilton,
Carl
maybe?
thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
Do you think? What do you think of the upcoming Fallout Online game? Do you think the online community will be toxic? Probably. I mean, games like that, like Rust and Ark, you can't really avoid that. It's like Outlast the musical. It's a photo. Let's go. Hamilton the musical. Possibly. He's our client. Oh, we need to heal our wounds. So, first aid kit. Use that. There we go.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
Now, to get this car out of the ditch here, we need to lay some chains. Whoa. Here we go. Here's a little cabin. Let's warm up in here.
Cold turned into pain. Carl needed to
log.
find someplace warm.
Let's get in here. This is reminding me of so many games. Yeah, it's got elements of a lot of them, actually. It's like there's the forest, some old school adventure game mechanics in here with the puzzles. We'll take
Even
those
better
chains,
than he
but-
had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more.
Let's start
and was
fire.
now on his way to new adventures.
There we go, let's warm up. Ooh, that's better. Okay. So, as I was saying with the journal, as we get little storylets, there's little things we can find that unlocks more of the story and the mystery of this town. So, it'll be in here. So, the original case that brought us here was the vandalism of William Hamilton's mansion. All the details are in here. He's basically just like a mining magnate that's moved to this town, and he's opening up his business. Whoops, his businesses and mines here. We've got the crash, so this just happened. As we find more clues, I haven't been this shaken up since Korea. Who was the driver of the other car? Whoever it was, they have a snowball's chance in hell if they intended to continue on foot. Besides, why did they leave so suddenly? A locked box. Would be wrong to look inside. Surely I would find some clues to who the reckless driver was. So... And yep, life is strange with the journal. That's definitely true. We've also got biographies of the people. So this is us. This is our client. What's this? Photos. Again, like life is strange. Let's see if we can open that box while we're in here, huh? Inventory. Where's the box? Polaroid film. More life is strange. Let's go back. Equipment? No, it's not even. Surely it's not in here. Options map. Oh, hang on. Is there a way to? Where is the box? Maybe we can. Maybe we find another way to open it, huh? Ah, I still need to find the key though. I mean, surely we can break it. Are you charging a client by the hour? Always, plus expenses, mind you. Okay, so anything else in here we can use? Kind of don't want to leave this little cabin. It's going to be freezing out there. Well, I'm not going to get anything done here. Nothing ventured. Alright, let's get the car moving. The key will be in or under something. Let's check the car one more time. Maybe under the seat. It's got WH, so I'm willing to bet that it's owned by William Hamilton. So maybe we have to get to his... I can't get to the other side. Can't get to those suitcases either. Check the glove box one more time. No, there's nothing else in there. Alright, let's get our car moving. I'm willing to bet we'll find the key in someone's house. Some chains. We can use the ute for storage as well, because you have encumbrance on this game too. Or we find something to pick the lock. Yeah. Alright, we've got chains around our tires. Let's get the hell out of here. Back it up. Find a cop and report this accident. I kind of like the driving in this game. Like it's the way the truck responds isn't like knee jerk. So like if you played GTA 5, don't go too fast. There might be wild animals. That's
spread
a good
out
point.
on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
We go in here, see if we can find some help. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you play GTA 5 in first person, it's pretty annoying to drive. But this is Roy's house. We're at Roy's house. Alright, let's go.
Now wasn't a good time to wander about. Hamilton was still out there.
Okay, I'm guessing we have to do something else before we can wander about. That's a shame. Let's go to the let's talk about a general store. We'll go there anyway. I'm getting Until Dawn vibes. Maybe. Maybe. Let's go. We can come back and explore all these little driveways. Whoa, whoa, off the
The
road.
truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the
really?
general store was close by.
Okay, well then, yeah, we gotta go there. It's loading. Not gonna give anything away, but they say to trust your gut, especially as a PI. Here we go, general store. Okay.
The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Okay, I guess there's no one here. And who fills their car up with the engine running? Isn't that dangerous?
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit. Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Oh, damn. Fucking key.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer.
Well, there's
He had
Hamilton.
been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim
Oh, my,
even
indeed.
realized.
Let's shut this door. I was hoping that would drown out some of the engine. Take out camera. Oh, look how old school that camera is. Killer might still be there. Sure might be. Okay. Let's take a look around before we expect anything else and see if the killer's still here. Definitely a struggle. Place is a mess.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
Okay.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something
What was
from
that
his
that just
military
moved?
training.
Did anyone see that?
Wolves
there
always
you go.
stay away from populated areas. Wait,
Hmm?
was it about bears?
What is this?
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
Interesting, huh? Whoa. Look at the tracks walking with the wolf. Hang on. I wonder.
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead?
Ah, look at that. Well, I'm guessing the explosion was this generator. Jeez. Sorry about that. Scared the crap out of me. Phenomenons, or not phenomenons, yeah. Ah, it's locked. Maybe he's just a simple kind of guy, you know? He says words like phenomenons, tomatoes. Alright. Alright, well, I think... I wouldn't say we're safe, but I don't think the killer's still here. Let's have a look. What do we got? What's this envelope?
What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Well, the second one was my dog. Mr. John Vore. Can we open up the envelope?
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
See what we can find in here. Take that, take those matches. Ooh, what's this? Customer
According
credit.
to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had
It does
just
too,
gotten his
doesn't
hands
it?
on.
The snow and everything. The whole town owes him some money, huh? Let's close these as we go. It's because I don't like leaving things open like that. Aha! Garage key, we'll take that. Can't open these ones. Open the cash register. Ah, another key. Post key. It's the post box outside. Now here's the pumps, but we're gonna have to get power back on first.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
When people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry. You'll have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going to go out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I'll have to close down the shop. Unless you'd like to fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you after all. You must know how it's done, since it's yours now. Kind regards, your dedicated manager. Far out. Interesting. Okay. I can move the ladder. Get some... Broken clock. How convenient. Okay. Something fell into the bottom of the post box. They didn't make a puzzle for opening the cash register. They kind of did. You have to just press any number keys and make it a sale, so it will open it up. A gun.
A murder weapon. What was that doing there?
And a
Carl
mini key.
wondered. Hamilton must have been determined
For
to
the
keep some
lockbox.
information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough.
Ah, not as good
That's
as the
what
11th
happened to
hour puzzle,
ordinary
no.
people playing spy.
Not as good at all. It is as a citizen of Her Majesty and the free economic chambers of the world, I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The worst is happening at this very moment, and I cannot write it at length, but I am requesting immediate help from my country. I believe the free world is in grave danger. A member of the community, the Honourable... Alright. Let's get this power back on and fill the car up. Mysterious unbranded cans. That's what you want to be selling, right? Mysterious cans. It's mystery meat. Oh, might as well take these. I'll be needing them. Ooh, can puzzle, yeah. Spryly, was it? Slyly Spryly. Anything else I can grab? No? Okay. General store also serves as the post office for the locals. It's the same flyer we read there. Secretary wouldn't be a luxury here. Cash register instructions. There you go. Punch the price, two numbers minimum. Press sale, crank for hand. Turn the crank 2 times. Punch the machine if it doesn't work. Anything in the bin? No. Always got to check the bin as a PI. That's PI rule number 22. Okay, let's suss out. Garage. Charlie Sprawley in my crypt. Okay.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Cleanest spot in the area. Ooh, hardware. Take some hardware. Pliers, we'll take some pliers as well. From there. Ready? That just makes it much more creepy. We'll leave that switched off for now. I'm guessing we have to raise the lift somehow.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge.
To get that crowbar,
the poor thing was out of power.
We'll have to get the generator back on. I hope the puzzles get harder. I can't quite remember. I think they do.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
I didn't even see that before. Cold, is he? Alright, well, we got the power on. Let's grab that crowbar. Oh boy, it's getting cold.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
Not much longer, Carl, not much longer.
Staring intently at the controls won't be enough to make that lift budge.
The fuse box.
The poor thing
now it's like Dead by Daylight, yeah. Fix the generator. In the dark, it's recommended to use a flashlight or lantern. Are there grooves? I hope there's no grooves. Here we go. Alright.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Alright, turn the main store off. We'll just do that. From Zork. So if you've ever played Zork, if you're in the dark without a lantern in that game, you'll be eaten by a Gru. Yep, we got power. Let's grab this crowbar.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp.
At long last.
Surely it would come in handy at some point.
It's old school. Text adventure. They also made a couple of graphical adventures too. There's Return to Zork, Zork Nemesis, and Zork Grand Inquisitor. Okay. Now it's like Half-Life. Doesn't that look like Half-Life? Alright. I didn't like Myst. You didn't like Myst? It's not for everyone. It's definitely not for everyone.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
Oh, that is terrifying. That is terrifying. What's this? Didn't even have to travel half the province of Quebec to come here. Alright, let's just get our car fixed. Haven't played Half-Life. Please don't judge. I never judge. I never judge. Called Pops? Of course not.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Oh, there's lights on in here? What the hell? Yep, we'll just fill up our fuel tank with the engine running, shall we? That was quick.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there.
He's home. I'm just gonna check. Grab that. Can we climb this ladder? Okay, frozen. Why are you frozen? Oh, there we go. Far out. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Some sherry. Are you thinking of having your phone on while refueling? That's dangerous. Well, yeah, we know that's dangerous, but surely having the engine actively running and combusting while filling up a combustible liquid into the tank that it's drawing from at the same time is a little dangerous. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a fuddy-duddy like that. Alright. Okay, so... I don't know, I don't drive. Oh, shit.
Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand.
Really?
The seeker had sought.
If we could go across that bridge or straight ahead. Where should we go? Well, we could go back and check the houses. That could be something. And yeah, that's cool. Not everyone drives either. I haven't driven for a long time, actually. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, this is not safe. This can't be safe. I do not trust this bridge at all. Do I have a map? I do have a map. Hey. Didn't that note say he was going to the doctor? I think we should go there. Okay, so we're there. So this is the whole map here. So we're there. Should go back to those houses, I think. Well, we can't drive up those stairs, so let's suss this out. Dr. Beaupre's clinic. Snackman, if you're still watching, sorry if I am butchering your language right now. Oop. That was easy. Oh. Huh, no key under the doormat. Excuse me. When do the jump scares start? Could start at any time.
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick.
Medical emergency in town. If the doctor there is sick, I'll be back soon. If he dies, I won't be returning. I'll have to replace him. Okay, well, that's good for everyone who lives up here.
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken for a sewing shop.
Sewing shop? That's specific. We need a log. Let's start a fire in here. Surely there's logs outside. Oh. Matches, take that too. Okay. Isabella Beaupre. Doctor's wife, maybe?
For the one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go.
It's the way to go. Nothing in there. Ooh.
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict.
Oh man, who?
Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
Who smokes a cigarette and leaves that much there? What a waste. My nightmare with scales. Far out. Doctor's apparently fascinated by history. Earth doesn't look this big from here. Store in a cool, dry place with constant temperature, they said. Well. It's kind of creepy in here, isn't it? Ugh.
Someone had lost a few liters of blood here. Carl's first thought had been a lumber accident, someone's hand cut by a saw, or a hunting accident. In any case, whoever had lost all this blood couldn't have gone far. Perhaps
I don't know about
they
that.
were already dead.
The blood seems to be centered right around the head area where that pillow is.
The good doctor,
Hey.
flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border?
Could be. That's the photo from the car. What's this?
Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling. But back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine.
Unknown woman. I never did quite catch her name. The men called her Laurie. She had a neck wound. There was so much blood, the bullet had done a lot of damage. Probably hitting the cerebellum. It was hopeless. She had a cardiac arrest. The men had found her like this, they said. I doubt it. But in a small town like this, it's usually best to turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. This whole thing sickens me. So we've got an unknown woman with a bullet wound to the neck. Communist Manifesto.
A Communist Manifesto. Only a few years ago, this type of allegiance meant prison time. And even at present, the Western world was very wary of the Soviet threat. Why would the doctor own such a book? Nobody kills a rich patient to start a revolution. It didn't make any sense. He had to dig deeper still to understand. Luckily, that was Carl Faubert's specialty.
I'll leave this up here for a minute. Just if you really want to read it. History of the two existing society. I'm not going to read all that. But it'll be in the VOD, so. Okay. So he's got Communist Manifesto. Take that. Don't see any evidence of Is it Gillies or Giles or Giles? The general store guy being here.
Dr. Beaupre had done his medical studies quite far from here. He was surely one of the first students out of the new campus to settle on the mountainside.
Okay.
The injured could be recognized by the large stains of red, an informal nickname given to Merbromen, smudged all over their injuries.
Alright. Well. Interesting, huh? Oh, what's he? Unlocking a door isn't enough. Oh, he's boarded it up. Wait. Can we crowbar this? Did I go offline for a minute there? Attach wire. Oh, it's just the back door. Please use the other door. Okay. Bottles? Trail of bottles? Hey, lamp. Take that. There's a trail of bottles here. More wolf tracks. Don't like this. Let's have a look at where these bottles lead.
Great care had to be taken searching this place full of oddities. Everything was important. The decor itself told a story.
Really? Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to lead in. It just leads back to the road. I guess the good doctor's gone and that other guy's gone as well. So what we'll do... Oh, look. We've got all the names here. The Chance. So that's his house. Alright, let's go to his place. Let's go back and go to his place, shall we? Whoop. Yep. Back it up. Yeah, we'll explore those houses that were just before the general store. That's the store there. Sweet. Whoa! Tree in the way now. Okay, we can go around the tree. Oh. Oops. So, the Chance was the third house. So we actually have to get out and zoom in on the map before we can see what names are. Or was it this one? Let's have a look. Let's look at this one. This one right here. I just realized the car's a Chevrolet instead of a Chevrolet. Okay. I swear I saw something move there. Oh, that was creepy. I swear I saw something move. Alright, let's check out his house. Find out who killed Hamilton. Can't see anything.
The air was freezing, right down to the bone.
Whoa, whoa.
Was that the Lord Almighty's doing? A huge block of unnatural, glowy ice had swallowed that poor woman's body. What sort of supernatural force could have conjured this?
Okay. Guess we're having a vision. He hid something in the safe.
Something was hidden under the stairs.
Yeesh.
The man grabbed his rifle. Carl felt a sense of dread in him. Perhaps their spousal relationship had been cooling down lately. It seemed like secrecy was commonplace in this house.
Under the floorboards. No, that's okay. Well, I'm having a vision.
Carl felt the cold slowly dissipate and was brought back to reality.
Okay.
Giselle was now only ice, and all that was left of her voice was a diary.
Okay, so
She
let's...
confided in this diary, amongst other things, the tragic story of a young woman, a victim. Was this what she was hiding?
I'm going to read her diary out, but I'm going to catch you up. So I entered the guy from the general store's house, so the manager of the general store. So I came through the front door, which is here, and was greeted to this site. So this poor woman is frozen rock solid, and it seems unnatural. The ice seems unnatural. It's even frozen the curtains in place there. The poor thing. Then had a vision of, I believe, the manager. He hid something under the stairs here, which we'll suss out, and he also went upstairs. And it also seems that it is eerie, isn't it? It also seems that this poor lady here hid something under the floorboards, which was her diary. So Let's read that out. Hamilton's murder, the young woman. Is Carl psychic? Seems so. It seems whatever's in this town has awakened something in him. That's for sure. Documents. Giselle's diary. September. Mother once told me when I first met Gilly that I hadn't picked the brightest bulb of the lot. And as the years fly by, I'm seeing the truth of her words. Always trust your mother's wisdom. It is. And that's another game that reminds me of, as I said last week, Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It's sort of similar with the psychic visions. That blackmailing scheme is a prime example of Gilly's brightness. He's like a small dog. He thinks he's bigger than he actually is. He growls, genuinely thinking he's scary, but everyone knows that he can be pushed aside with just a little kick. He truly believes that he can blackmail Hamilton, the big boss himself. Gilly can manage to pull off such a feat after all. It's going to be a long time in hell. It's going to be a long time in hell before my Gillies can manage to pull off such a feat after all. Hamilton's a rich, learned, and influential man. Not only is that blackmailing idea bad to begin with, let's be honest. Might be pronounced Jill if it's in French. Okay, it is in French. Jill? We'll say Jill. Not only is that blackmailing idea bad to begin with, let's be honest. Jill's way out of his league. Jill doesn't even know how he's actually going to carry this out. I don't even think he ever would. He's just throwing random threats out loud in the kitchen. Says he'll do it eventually, but I know far better. Excuse me. Successful blackmailing requires masterful cunning, and Jill is a master of nothing. He's a slave, and forever will be. I often look at that safe he keeps hidden in the fake wall which he stores all these incriminating documents he intends to use. I just can't come to grips with the sheer ridiculousness of the whole thing. So it looks like Jill's been into some shady stuff with our client. Looks like they were repainting the whole house. Unpacked boxes suggest they just moved here. Where's that song coming from? I want to turn that radio off. It's creeping me out. That's better. Poor woman.
Looks like the holes in that puzzle are there to stay.
Might be. It's not quite J, but I can't spell how it's said. Alright, hang on a second. I'm just gonna suss this out. Just because I want to, you know, I want to narrate this properly. Can you load? Come on. Right, while that's loading. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's suss out the rest of the house while that loads up. Okay, hang on. So it's like a J, the G. Note that the S is silent. So, Gilles? Gilles? Gilles. Gilles, I think. Gilles. That's it? Gilles. Awesome. This is a bit like PT at the moment. It is, isn't it? I'm sad that that never got past the teaser as well. I was looking forward to that Silent Hills game. Pick up phone. Let's get some heat, shall we? Those doors sound like PT. They do, don't they? They do, actually. Okay. Ooh, we'll get some steak.
The pot was cold, and the stew inside wasn't cooked. It's likely that poor Giselle was slow cooking it before she got snapped. What a waste.
I have yet to find a clock that works. Interesting. That person is going to come to life in a minute.
Moving. What a pleasant activity. Of course, you'll find the record player only to find the records weeks later in some random box.
Isn't that the truth? Newspaper?
The general store, along with several more
Chance.
infrastructures in the area, had been acquired by wealthy industrialist William J. Hamilton. Perhaps the village should be rechristened Hamiltown.
Founded by Bertrand Lachance more than 20 years ago, the general store, better known as Chez Lachance, is of Manistan's economic mainstay. Since the passing of its aged owner, however, believes that the business wasn't as booming as it once was. Gilles Lachance, inheritor of the humble establishment, had no choice but to sell everything to William Hamilton, the rich and famous businessman who sparked a major controversy last year when he announced the reopening and expansion of his copper mine. As for now, operations at the general store are expected to remain unchanged despite the change of hands. Gilles Lachance still helms at the register. Okay.
Carl had seen that kind of safe before. With its double-layered security system blending letters and numbers, its code couldn't be broken by the common burglar.
Okay, well, we're gonna have to find a clue for this. Now, in the vision we had, I had one record when I was a child. It was "Gotta Be Certain" by Kylie Minogue. My mum had heaps of records. I don't know if she still has them. I don't think she does. Bertrand Lachance, 1948. Could that be it? BL 48? Alright, I'm turning this off. That was really doing my head in.
What a mess. Clearly, there was some major revamping work underway here. The place looked barely habitable. Beautiful portrait of Gilles and Giselle, bound together by the chains of conventional love. The cross looked after a marriage's well-being and served as a motivator to uphold the priest's sermons calling for more little worshippers on one hand, and cautioning against guilty pleasures on the other. Indeed,
Beach Boys.
the Lachances were still part of the
Cold
God-fearing
Chisel,
generation.
which is an Aussie band. Tina Arena. Some Kylie. She has heaps. What we got here? Some cigarettes. We can actually have a cigarette in this game, and it helps with his sanity. I like that little mechanic.
A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days.
Actually, what is our sanity at the moment? Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, what's this? 10 more Polaroid film. We'll take that.
Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the
I wouldn't want to live
Lachances
there.
had just moved in.
Yeah, it's a bit sparse, isn't it? Like in Amnesia. Wait, can you have cigarettes in Amnesia? Box full of Harlequin novels.
A nice white coating would restore the room
Oh,
to
you can't
its
smoke in
charm
that
of
game.
olden days.
Oh yeah, that's the sanity mechanic. It does, doesn't it? Alright, just have a little... Far out that is. Did I search these already? Painkiller, we'll take that. I think I did look at that actually. Alright, well I'm guessing then that the code to the safe has something to do with this, so BL 1948. B. Oh. Wait, is it 4 digits? No, so we need 1 letter and 3 digits then. I got lost playing the first Amnesia. I played it a long time ago. I can't really remember it, to be honest. BL 1948. It's not it. Maybe up here. Maybe there's something we've missed up here. Can't you do... Nah, it's only 1. It's only 1 letter. Yeah, see? Then it's 3. 1 letter, 3. 3 numbers. Ooh.
That window had seemingly been left open for a while, Carl thought. Given the punishing weather, it couldn't have been intentional.
More than a while. Grab for some dynamite. Alright, we'll suss it out. We'll see if there's dynamite. Or maybe someone would show up if I turn the lights. Okay.
A nice white coating would restore the room to its charm of olden days. Many boxes scattered about. Carl didn't need to summon his detective training to quickly figure that the Lashouses had just moved in.
Maybe something in the journal. I've got to go out shortly. That's okay. That's fine. The VOD will be here when you get back. Article about the storage results. Whoops, not the Communist Manifesto. We don't want that. Maybe something in the newspaper article here. Whoops. Keep doing that. Is this a full-length game? I think it's about maybe 10 hours max. Founded by see. I'll look it up on how long to beat actually, because I'm interested to know. It'll keep you busy till December. Then back to Quest for Glory, huh? I might do this in between Quest for Glory episodes, to be honest. So maybe I'll do Quest for Glory Kona, Quest for Glory Kona. So it is... Oh, 5 hours. 5 hours to beat the main story. There's also extras, which is 7 hours. Completionist, 8.5 hours. So yeah. Hang on, something. Where's my Streamlabs gone? Can we pretend Quest for Glory if they didn't exist? No, we can't, unfortunately. I know it's going to be rough, but we've got to do it. We owe it to the series. We've got to do it. I'll try to make it fun. I'll try to make it fun. I'll do my best. I'm gonna have a look outside. Where's the ISO? Can we see? Take a photo.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen a share of husbands caught red-handed.
You can narrate in funny
cheating.
voices? I will.
There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Oh, wow. Poor woman. Oh. For evidence. That's really full on, actually. Magnet. Take that. There's nothing here. Okay, I'm gonna go. No worries. I'll play for a bit, see if anyone else pops up. But thanks for streaming. I'll catch up on the rest of VOD. Not a problem. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed playing it. See you later. Okay, where can we find this code? Or whatever she was looking at was in this direction. Some more of the ice. There's footprints out there, so oops, let's suss that out. Oh, whoa.
A shiver ran down Carl's spine as he glanced over another body trapped in ice. Indeed, the scene was quite chilling. Carl felt familiar shivers going down his spine, and he was back to the realm of visions.
I guess Carl is psychic. What the hell? Mysterious journal.
To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
We'll read that in a moment.
What could these engraved numbers mean? A fresh
739
path
guy.
suddenly appeared before Carl.
Whoa. Truck.
The
Jill's
vision
wallet.
slowly faded away, like an icicle melting in the palm of your hand. Carl, back in the real world, now knew who the icebound man was. Gilles Lachance, the general store's manager himself.